Hello everybody, welcome to Nana's Journey. I'm Deanna, and today I received my thread box of the month from Aurifil that I bought through Fat Quarter Shop, and it comes with a pattern, this Palazzo quilt pattern, and each month you do a color and it corresponds with these threads that they sent. So I'm really excited about this. It'll build up my thread stash and I get a pattern out of it. The cost of this was pretty much the same as if I had just bought the thread. So the pattern is a bonus. And I thought that was a pretty good deal. And the pattern itself is very thorough. Lots of information, cutting instructions, whether you're doing fat quarters or yardage, whether you want to be efficient, meaning there's just enough fabric and there's no room for error, or comfortable, which means there's plenty of room for error. The quilt is by Kitty Wilkin from Night Quilter, and it tells a little bit about her. Just very complete instructions. You use fat 8s for the fabrics. These are the fabrics I'm going to use. This is my light, medium, dark. So there's that one, this one, and this one. So actually, I had these two. I had to go to the store for this one, and I took my threads with me so that it would match the thread, so I'd get the colors right. So, and when you're done, it'll look like this and this. So that's part one. We are doing this piece right here and this right here. So let me get the pieces cut out and then we will continue. Sorry, I forgot to tell you the colors of the threads that comes in the box. The set is called Tuscany Orange, and this one is Golden Honey. It's 2214. This is Bright Orange. It's 1133, and this one is Neon Orange, 1104. Okay, I have the fabric pieces cut. I've got them marked for light, medium, dark. This is block A. This is the other block. They are in the order that I'm going to use it, or at least they're supposed to be. And I'm going to start with block A. And what I'm going to do to prep the pattern is one, for this one I had to make 2 copies, and then I glued it together, but do not put glue or tape where the sew lines are. Okay, I put it where there's not going to be any sew lines. I also drew on the back so that I didn't have to keep looking back and forth. So I traced that. I did the same to block A. And the next thing I'm going to do to prepare is this particular add-a-quarter ruler has a beveled edge so that you can fold the fabrics. I prefer a piece of cardboard, so I'll just get a bookmark because it's just a little thinner. And I am going to fold those pieces in advance so that it just makes the sewing process faster and easier. Okay, so now block A is ready to go. I have put my sewing machine stitch width at 1.5. You do a lot of, you're putting a lot of stress on the fabrics when you tear the paper off. So you need a stronger stitch for that. Also, it makes a tighter perforation so that when you're ready to remove the paper, it comes off easier. This is regular printer paper. I have ordered some newsprint, only it won't be here for about a week. So I'm just using this for now. Okay, I'm going to start with block A, and hopefully I can remember how to do this. You can either iron between each piece, which is what I will probably do, or some people just like to use a seam roller so they're not going back and forth between their iron, because not everyone is able to have an iron right next to their sewing machine. You will need either an add a quarter ruler, which makes things much easier, or you can use a regular ruler and just use the 1/4 inch line when you trim. So you will want a rotary cutter for paper and one for fabric. So I think I'm done with the paper one though. So right now I just need the fabric because I already have the paper pieces cut out. And this dotted line, that is the trim line. When we're done, that's where I will trim. And the solid lines, these dark solid lines, are the sew lines. And this less dark solid line, that is where your block is. When you join everything together, that will be your sew line. So let's get over to the sewing machine and wish me luck. Okay, what I want to do is I want to start with number 1, and that is the dark piece. And I turn the paper over, and I've got my block A1, and I want to make sure that it covers the entire section here with enough for a seam allowance as well. And the cutting instructions for this made this plenty big, so I don't have to worry about that. And this is batik, so I don't have to worry about the wrong or right side of fabric. And I'm just going to glue that down. Now, I'm going to get number 2. Actually, I'm going to, I did not glue enough, so I'm going to pin that. Okay. Now, I'm going to fold, here's number 2. So I'm going to fold this down. I'm going to get my add a quarter ruler and just butt that right up against the fold there. And I'm going to trim. Then I'm going to get block 2. Put right sides together. And this is the pointy edge, and this is the long edge. So you don't need as much on the pointy edge when it folds over, but you will want it on the longer edges. So when you have triangles like that, keep that in mind. And then we're going to sew, since this is the edge of a block, I'm going to start off the seam, and then I'm going to lock a stitch at the point there. And you want to sew right on the line. And then that will just be pressed. Now we're going to fold and trim for block number 3. Whoops, need the ruler. I'm going to get the piece for block number 3. It only needs to cover this section. So put that right sides together. I'm going to pin that. And then again, I will start off the edge and then lock a stitch at the point there. Okay, and then I will press that open. Okay, and we just keep repeating. We're going to fold and trim for number 4. And we're going to take our piece for block number 4, right sides together. And I'm going to pin that down. And again, I'm going to start off the edge because this is an edge piece, and I can sew off the edge here as well. I want to flip that up, press it. Okay, when you're done, you just press the edges. I'm sorry, trim the edges, not press the edges. This is too slippery. Oh, I was going to say there's a mistake, but no, this actually is caught in the seam allowance. Okay. Now for this one, we've got number 1 is a background. And I've already got these all pre-folded. So, and I want right side facing up. And make sure that that covers the whole area. And then where is number 2? Number 2 is right here. It is a dark and number 2. So we're going to fold that. And trim. And then we're going to place our number 2. Where to go? It's just a little piece. I think the seam allowance is bigger than the piece. But yeah, I didn't trim that well. Okay. I'm going to come from off the edge and lock at that point. Okay, I'm going to press that open. Okay, we're going to find number 3. Oops, this way. I'm going to fold it where number 3 is. And trim. So that's a dark 3. Oh, I trimmed in the wrong spot. I trimmed on the other side of the 3. Okay, dark 3, dark 3. And then when this folds over, it should cover everything up there. Okay, now we're going between 2 and 3. Go to the point, lock your stitch. And press it open. Now we're going to fold between 3 and 4. This one I bought a set. One came with a long and a short. Add a ruler. Okay. And we want dark 4. Again. And now we'll sew between 3 and 4. Okay, and this time I have to start at that point and lock my stitch, and come to the point and lock my stitch. Now some people will just start a few stitches away. They'll go past a few stitches on each side, and then when they fold, they'll just rip the paper off of the fabric for those few stitches. But that seems like a pain to me. I've done that before and I ended up with a mess, so I don't like to do that. So now we fold and trim. We are on to number 5. Okay, between 4 and 5. Whoops, I didn't press. Okay, I just redid 4 and 5 because I realized they didn't come quite all the way to the edge. So I redid those pieces. So now I'm on background 6. So going to fold and trim. That's what you do. You just keep repeating the same process. And then I'm going to take background number 6. Put right sides together. Make sure that when it comes over, it reaches the end there. So I'm going to push it over a little more. Whoops. Because that's an edge piece, I can start off the edge. And I'll get to this point and lock my stitch. Okay, now I'm just going to keep continuing off camera, and I will show you when it's finished. Okay, I've got everything pieced, and now I just need to trim it like we did the other one. Okay, we've got our block done and block A done, and that's it for the first month. And just a reminder, I am behind on this, so I will get the others caught up as soon as I can, and then when I do get caught up, it will be a once a month thing. So thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.